Hello, welcome to the Chesapeake Today Show. It's your Executive Director, David Loop.
And Candace Montgomery, Director of Life Enrichment.
Candace, we're into March.
Finally, oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm looking at your beautiful sweater, but saying, you know what?
It's
You
too
ready to
warm
shed?
for it.
You ready to start shedding the sweater?
Well, I wore the sweater because my office has been in the 60s and I've been cold every day. But then the day I wear it, it's like in the 70s outside. I would much rather take the 70s, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not really a sweater person, but.
But great to be heading into true springtime.
Yes, finally.
Yeah.
Feels like it's been a long winter.
Yeah.
It really does. Between the multiple snow bouts that we had, and I'm ready for the warm weather.
Yeah. Well, I know since I last greeted all of the residents, I had an opportunity, went down to a conference with H.J. Sims, which is an investment banker, and I was sharing with a group of residents last week. We were having a luncheon together, and I was talking about this gentleman, really cool guy, Jordash Johnson.
Okay.
Reminds me a lot of our speaker who came to us. Did you
Christopher?
show up? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The two guys were like similar roles, but this one is just all about AI.
Interesting.
And it was just captivating. Smart, just witty, and he really talked a lot about AI and what's happening with the workplace, how it is being used, how you got to be careful, and it just prompts so many things about certain things we're going to have to help them with because of scamming.
Yeah.
Everything from AI reproducing the sound of a granddaughter's
Scary.
voice,
Yeah.
to other scams, to the positive things that it can
Right.
do.
Yeah.
I was just using an example with a group. It can say to ChatGPT or Copilot or any of them, I want to go to such and such place and map out an itinerary. We could be doing that, and just I did it, and it said, "Will you drive here, here, here? Here's how long. Here's suggested restaurants," and it mapped out an entire 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Or recently, Vera and I were at a bathroom in our home, and I said, "So a 9-foot by 8-foot bathroom. How many wood studs? How many square feet of drywall? I'm putting in one door, a 34 by 48-inch shower." And it comes back and says, well, you need X number of studs.
Oh,
you need X number of square foot. Deduct this for the door. Deduct this. And I did old school math, and I was right.
It was right? Okay.
Or it was right.
Right.
But
that you could check it against it, because sometimes it's like, is that really?
So I think it's an opportunity for programming. So I just think it's almost like Chesapeake University could have an AI series.
Yeah.
And just keep it about different things, and some of them are the positive things about it, because that's what the residents' minds. They're just hearing a lot on the news that it's just all going to be all.
Right.
It can help us do our jobs differently. There will be jobs changing.
Sure.
There are truck drivers and farmers and Uber drivers, et cetera, that aren't going to have jobs.
Yeah.
Well, let's get them into senior living, whatever.
Right.
And one of the communities last week, the CEO was talking, said, we found an area guy who's a truck driver, and he was so fed up of just, the potential losing his job, automatic trucks, and he was also in his cab of the truck for like 20 years. Wow. And he said he was just so ready to get off the CB radio, off cell phones, and be with people.
Yeah.
And he blossomed as a concierge and an
Oh my
activities
gosh,
person
wow.
at a retirement community. But he's a truck driver.
That's a
So
complete turn.
he recreated himself.
Yeah.
So anyways, I was doing that last week, and I would just bring us back home here. Flutter ago it was Ash Wednesday. Now we're into almost second, third week of Lent.
Know.
So that happening. Rabbi series last week. And
Yes.
Uwe and Rabbi had some good programming.
Most definitely.
We did our round the clocks with team members, which is a couple days when we just try to really update team members in 20, 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes of time. And so that happened.
Yeah.
And now we're stepping into what? Daylight savings
time.
Clocks adjusting.
Yes. Do you get affected by it?
Yeah, but this year I tried something.
Oh.
Starting last week, I got up at 6 a.m. every day.
Oh,
And
you're
I'm
trying to
gonna
get
see.
ahead of it.
Yeah, I'm just going to see.
Okay. I would be
Now,
curious,
if
because
I yawn in the middle of this week, which is
Yeah.
still last week, but next week.
Right.
Tell me what you think.
That's fascinating, though.
Yeah.
There might be something to that, because you're kind of tricking your body into already being
Yeah.
ready for it, and then it's here, and
Well,
it's no big deal.
Now, the truth of the matter, I want to keep doing it because I'm trying to get myself into getting here early enough to work out.
Oh,
That's
okay.
really, that's
Early
gotta
in the
be.
morning is the best way to just knock it out.
I've seen you do well at the end of the day. I am not.
Not lately. Don't judge
I
me
am
lately.
not committed. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
I just push it, and all of a
It's
sudden, oh gosh,
hard.
like last night at 7:30. Oh,
Yeah.
I got to better go home. I'm not going to go work
Your
out.
wife's like, where are you?
So,
Yeah.
But anyways, good stuff there. We're here in March. We're lining up a lot of things soon around the corner.
Gosh, yes. So full week this week, of course, with daylight savings time on Sunday. Monday, jumping into the week, we've got our shopping trip, our regular shopping, leaving at 10 a.m. from the Hampton entrance. Donna Nicholson will be in the craft studio 2 p.m. for Color Your Life craft class. Very excited. We met with Jacqueline's daughter last week as well, and she's got some really neat ideas of some workshop type things that we can do. So
And this is Jacqueline, one of our
drivers,
Yeah.
yes, and
Isn't that
she's the
cool?
spitting image of her mom, has
Really?
the same personality. I mean, it
That's
was really
okay.
like just meeting. It was, I think she would be really great. It brought us some different things that she's done, so really excited about that opportunity in the future. 3 p.m. learning scripture through song. That's going strong in the Chesapeake room. Hand chimes is practicing at 7 p.m. in the Chesapeake room. Pancake breakfast. It's that time of the year already.
So my buddy Travers Mayhew and I.
Okay,
hopefully-
he's with you again.
I
Okay.
think so.
Yeah.
Always with me, spirit, mind, body. But with Travers and I, and what for the foundation, crisis fund,
right.
scholarship, and third one, benevolence.
Benevolence, yeah.
So wonderful to see that. First responders.
Yes,
may
they
see some
have
of
their
them here.
invite out, yeah, and I'll
Yeah.
be sending them some reminders. But they always really look forward to that
Yeah.
as well. So
So, what time we kick it off? I know
6:30.
6:30. So we try to have it for some of our overnight shift employees, so that they can benefit from it, and then we'll rock and roll into it until about 9ish, 9:30.
yeah, I was about to say kind of
Yeah.
just until it fizzles out there a little bit, but
So twice a year, so don't miss it.
I know it's always one of those fun things that everyone seems to really look forward to. 10 a.m. there's a trip to Hermitage Museum and Gardens in Norfolk, which the weather is perfect for that. That'll be really nice. 10:45 there's Bible study in the Explorer Room. Laura Clark is also going to be here at 1, just setting up in the harbor room so folks can come and learn about really trying to track those volunteer hours this year, how to utilize the app to its fullest potential. 2 p.m. there is a meet and greet in the Chesapeake room. Healthy choices on Tuesday, I tell you what. 2 p.m. there's also a nutrition lecture that's in the Explorer room. And then we'll have living libraries at 3:15 in the Explorer room as well. And then 7 p.m. we've got Walt and Susan Stillman. So Tuesday is, pancakes until
Eat as many pancakes as you
Yes.
come, and nutritional
come
afternoon.
to the nutrition. Yes, and forget all of the calories. Exactly. On Wednesday, Uwe will have his German class at 3 p.m. in the Explorer room. Wine Club is at 5 p.m. in the Chesapeake room. Be curious to see what their theme is. And then 7 p.m. we've got a movie Jack Reacher 2012 version in the Explorer room. On Thursday the 12th, 9 a.m. trip to Virginia's Executive Mansion in Richmond, Virginia. So just to put a little plug about this, I should have brought the little booklet. There is a booklet for Virginia of all the museums that are in Virginia. That's a part of the 250th celebration. That's actually a booklet. Anytime they go to this museum, they'll receive, and each museum has a special stamp. So it's kind of cool. So like some of the places we've already been, residents have gotten a stamp that's special to that place. So we've been trying to make sure those are on the calendar as well for the ones that are local and then not so local like Richmond. Also, there's Rosary and Catholic Mass in the Explorer room at 9 a.m. on Thursday, and then hymn sing at 2 p.m. in the Chesapeake room. Here's another opportunity as well on Friday, 10 a.m. for the Virginia War Museum in Newport News. That'll be another place you can get stamped. And then 1:30 decorative painting class with Miss Platzman in the art studio. And at 6:45 there's VSO Presents. I'm going to butcher the name, I am sure. I need my extra help.
Dvorak's
Okay,
New World Symphony.
that sounds excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. And then 7 p.m. Al will be doing Who or What Is It in the Chesapeake room. And then on Saturday, we've got some fun entertainment. So of course, rec sports is always happening in the aerobic studio, but then at 2 o'clock, we've got Polish dancers. So that'll be a really fun one in the Chesapeake room. And then 7 p.m., a fun movie as well, 80 for Brady, 2003. So around our week. Pretty
Very
busy.
cool. Absolutely. And in a couple weeks off, we're going to be anticipating with
gosh.
High Hope
I know.
Pavilion. So when I look at the full calendar, I think about, towards the end of the month. So I know we're meeting weekly, trying to bring everything in line. So hopefully everything will line up, but that's good to know.
I guess it will be as open as it will be at that time, right? Are we good?
Whatever we do. Yeah. But so we're excited.
Okay.
And so that's going to be a fun event.
Some good weather coming up, so I think that will help us get
it'll help. I
last
think
bit
people
together.
get excited. It will help that. My hope is, well, it's often true with construction. It's like, where's it at? Where's it at? And all of a sudden, whoop,
boom, it's done.
sod, whoo, that was quick.
Yeah.
And I'm hopeful.
Yes. Well,
But-
we're going to speak it into existence.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was just thinking, as you had worked hard months ago with a lot of purchasing. So I was just thinking, you're going to have to get the work order in to get the chairs
I
put
know,
together.
yeah, for sure.
And start figuring out what else is out there. Probably you're going to have to figure out certain racks or whatever I have to put in a storage room.
Yeah.
So we have to think about operations, getting this thing ready.
'Cause it's finally coming.
Yeah. Gas grills I know are already put together.
Good,
So I think those
yeah.
things are all ready to go.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So it's turning our minds that forever we've sort of like been in hold. And now
Like
we're
we've been talking about
yeah,
it forever,
so
but
now we're
now
gonna
it's
get
actually
going.
coming together.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I know you and your team will do a nice job with some opportunities in programming and
we're excited.
how do we dip our toes into it and get into it.
We've got a
We were-
summer dinner club out there already lined up.
Yeah.
And of course, 250th
Yeah.
celebration. We've got a lot of good things.
And there can be some really, just having the two girls out there gives some opportunity. You can do some really unique, simple meals, but with nice foods.
Oh my gosh.
So dinner
yes.
club, and so yeah,
We're excited. Another space to utilize.
that's right.
Yeah. Fitness
And,
classes, all kinds of things.
Do we have it in Meeting Room Manager?
It is in there.
Good.
Yes, it is.
That's a software program that we use
Yep.
that helps us to track
It's
what
in there.
rooms and how we're using. So that's good.
Yep, it's in there.
So I know one of the initiatives that you're involved with Lifespire.
Mm-hmm.
Any more on our search for resident engagement platform?
We're kind of at a halt right now. We're just trying to get all of the players together and figure out which ones, like I've kind of put forth of who I would like to research, and everybody else is doing the same. So once we have that, then we're going to all kind of disband and bring our research to the table.
And what we're referring to, it's, you think about the resident app, or maybe you
Mm-hmm.
think about the slideshows that we see on the TVs or on channel 1692, whatever.
1992.
Thank you. Kill that one.
It's the year I was born. That's how I remember it.
Way to cheat. Now I remember two things. 1992? Okay, now an infamy.
Right.
I'll remember your age. So picking out across Lifespire that best software platform that will really give you connectivity and information, and so much is what we're striving for.
Yes.
And Candace is part of a team with some other executive directors or associate executive directors, and just trying to figure out what's out there. And so looking forward to that.
It's interesting too to see. We want to make sure that this platform, there's more things that can be done from even a team member perspective and from a family perspective. So trying to really tap into that I think is kind of a gap we have right now.
Yeah.
So it's exciting for sure.
Good. And I know we've something that we're working towards. I think we're getting some feedback from residents on some TV channels.
Yes.
So I don't know if any updates there.
They need to the survey has gone out to
Yeah.
independent living, assisted living, return by the 13th, so the end of this week, to concierge, and then we'll be able to see kind of what that feedback is, and then we'll have those focus
Yeah.
groups. I believe 23rd and maybe the 30th, if I'm remembering correctly, somewhere in there.
So as we're wanting to explore what is going to be the best option with our contract with Cox ending in September, it's this initiative to figure out what you want. I think we put forth a challenge: is there, what should we do on our own programming, and what are we capable of, and what would it take? And we could always add more live programs, etc.
Right.
But I also would put out there we would need volunteer support and help. Because there could be certain things, residents, you'd have to help us. We could get the technology, but it still may take individuals to push buttons or start things, and we just have to be reasonable about that. But I think we want a lot of good programming, good TV lineup for you. Yeah, we got to make sure the provider can handle our internet needs and that. But no, I appreciate the work in setting those up and getting those listening groups. See what you want.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I know
Okay.
there's Kim Miller, who is our vice president of IT. She's wonderful person. She's out of our home office, and she's helping us in this. And she's putting some questions out there for us that we can ask of you and
Okay.
see what they think.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It'll be interesting to see that feedback and what
Yeah.
people are interested in.
And yeah, for us, where if we could do a double positive between the resident engagement platform and all that you're all doing, and we can leverage this up,
Yeah.
and what happens if this even has streaming opportunities
Yes.
and the basic lineup?
Right.
And there's just so many things that we are looking at
Yeah.
that could be quite an opportunity that as a resident, you can be as simple as you want to be and get programming, TV, communications, or if you happen to want to get into a little bit more technology and more media, you can.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Some possibilities for
Yeah.
sure. It's
And
exciting.
we got your team and Matthew and everybody to help
Help
tutor
oh
them
yeah,
along.
oh my gosh,
so,
Leslie. So many so it takes a village.
Yeah.
For
So-
sure.
so that's something coming up, so that would be cool.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah. Well, I know this week, just looking forward to Daphne Foundation breakfast, and then that will be with us and beyond. But a lot of unique things. The 250th trivia you're doing is fun.
Yes, it's been fascinating. I've learned some things along the way. I love when residents respond and say like different things that they remember learning or something that they didn't know. So it's been a simple thing, but yeah, I think people have really appreciated it. So
You know, the most recent one that I remember was the Thomas
Thomas Edison.
Edison. And when I worked in Dearborn, Michigan, you had Henry Ford, and his mansion was called Fairlane
okay.
on a river, just up from where the retirement community was built. And you could go and tour the Fairlane Mansion, which was magnificent.
I'm sure.
Just down from it was a power plant
Oh wow.
to provide energy for it. Well, who was Henry Ford's buddy who built it?
Yeah.
Thomas Edison.
Wow. Interesting.
And the two of them were good friends.
Yeah.
And then if you take Thomas Edison back a step further, his homestead was in Milan, Ohio. Check my facts. And I remember driving through Milan many times and seeing the signage about Thomas.
Yeah. Oh my
And then
gosh.
you heard about, then you took him all the way out to like California
Yeah.
and rolls. And you look at it, I always think back, guys, how did people travel so far?
I know that in and of itself is amazing.
And then the people who did, slow ship traffic. I mean, I'm going way back.
All right.
But,
yeah.
you go back to 250 years and all of it.
And now we get impatient if we have to have a stoplight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But no, so the trivia things are fun. And
Yeah.
so I'm giving you an indication I'm reading them. So,
Thank you.
So,
I'm
yeah,
glad
so
that
I'm
it's
sure
all
you are
for
too.
naught. Yeah.
So it's good
people
stuff.
are actually
Yeah.
reading them. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no.
why I like the feedback when people say things. I'm like, oh, good. People are actually looking at it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's good. Well, and I know you in time we'll be excited here. Just a lot of different things and some initiatives that
Yes.
between
Yep.
now, the summer, July 4th, maybe even into Veterans Day. It's just things happening to celebrate.
And
That's it.
I'm appreciative of our committee who's really putting forth a lot of unique ideas and is trying to figure out how we can make them happen.
Yeah.
So I think that's been really helpful for sure.
So I need to do a poll on this, and I'm going to ask you your opinion.
Okay.
Is it 250th birthday or anniversary?
I've been saying birthday, so I could be very wrong. I don't know.
That's what I say.
I feel like it's a birthday. You know what though? On Facebook, I follow all the 250th stuff, and they have birthday cakes and all kinds of stuff on their social media stuff.
Yeah.
So I think we should go with birthday.
Yeah. So we'll have to
Makes
just keep
sense.
checking. So I have to keep an eye on that, and if so, see why.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, I get it both ways.
I get it both ways too.
Because you could say, well, if it's the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, all right, fine.
Yeah.
But no, it's when the country, in most regards, became official.
Right. Yeah. I've always heard 4th of July is
Yeah.
America's birthday, so. that
I'd
makes
rather have
sense.
birthday cake than anniversary cake.
Yeah,
Because
I think
anniversary
birthday is
cake,
good.
you got to put it in the freezer and save it. You never
Right,
eat it, and
yeah.
it just gets bad.
Exactly.
Or it's a
Exactly.
Christmas cake or whatever, wedding cake.
All the
What
little
fun.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know we
Alright.
have a good interview today.
Yep, so we're looking forward to it. And I think as this individual is introduced, some of you will quickly reminisce and remember her in another role. But we'll look forward to that interview. And
Great.
other than that, let's love March. Let's love some spring weather.
Yes, I'm here for it.
Alrighty. Have a great one.
See you next time.
Hello and welcome back to always a special part of the Chesapeake Today Show when we get to interview one of our newer team members. Well, I'll say newer, but she's actually been with us before. So, introduction, Athena Gibson, great having you with us. Health fitness specialist is now her new role. But Athena, just great seeing you and having you rejoin our team. So, Athena, start out with when you first got involved with the Chess Beat. How did that happen, and what was your first connection with us here?
Yeah, so my first connection was definitely my grandma, Carolyn Cady. She had lived here. We would come in to eat in the dining room, and I think it was freshman year of college. I was looking for my first job, and she was like, "You should apply here and see if that'll work out being a server." So I did, and it worked out. And over the summers, I would come back and serve. And then during COVID a little bit, when I was out of school, I also was here.
So dates back to 2021 and before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, real fine. So back then, bridge the gap a little bit further. Where'd you go to high school at?
Poquoson High School.
Okay, so
Yeah.
sort of born and raised in the area then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got that.
Yeah.
And then your college was where?
So I actually went to VCU for 2 years, and then I transferred to JMU and did 3 years there.
Okay.
So got a lot of experience with the different colleges, so it was a lot of
Excellent.
fun.
And that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Good experiences.
Mhm.
So I'm going to turn the clock back. Your fond memories when you were a server. What were some of those fond memories?
Yeah, definitely just seeing all the residents every day, being able to form a connection, being able to serve them and help them. And I remember, I would try my best to get them what they want. It'd be a certain dessert or a certain meal or how they like it cooked, things like that.
Yeah. Well, I know one of the things residents just, I think it's fair to say they just really get connected and adore our students, whether it's the high school students or the college students. And I think you're always fascinated. Where do they go to? Well, it's pretty cool when we have one now coming back to us, because with you, it's no longer a mystery. What's Athena doing in her life? She's now progressed to this. So help us with your college journey. What coursework, what was you pursuing, and what degree did you receive?
Yeah, so it was a little bit difficult since I was at VCU, and then when I transferred to JMU, COVID happened. So my first semester at JMU is all online, and this is when I'm starting my specific degree work, anatomy, all those harder classes were all online, so that was very difficult. But it was nice to kind of get into those core classes and get into what my major was, which is kinesiology and exercise science. Yeah.
So ended up with that bachelor's degree, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science.
Bachelor of Science.
So, and with kinesiology and just all of that, boy, I can think back. I started out my college pursuing biomedical engineering.
Ooh.
So I remember the anatomy classes and all the others.
Yeah.
And physics, okay, calculus killed me. Oh
Yeah.
It caused me to think about, how about healthcare administration? So it was different. Well, good job in that, and I can only imagine for you, and for even as I talk to my grandkids, just what it was like school during the pandemic. And on one hand,
crazy.
it's in our minds, but now it's been, we're 5 years away, almost 6 years away in some regards, and the good ones. So after school, what year did you graduate from JMU?
2023, I graduated. Yeah.
So what have you been doing prior to coming back and rejoining us?
So after I graduated, I started my previous job with Pivot Physical Therapy. We were contracted, or are contracted with the shipyard to do injury prevention. So I was called an injury prevention specialist, and my day-to-day, I would be doing physical abilities testing for shipyard workers that were looking to get hired. So they had to pass that test to be able to get hired, and then we also did injury prevention education for them.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Any special training, credentialing for that?
No, you did have to have an exercise science degree, but there was no really certification that you needed, just the exercise science, which I was happy to get into that because it's a very niche kind of thing. There's not a lot of places that do that, the injury prevention.
Yeah.
And especially kind of ties in the community here because there's so much of the area is the shipyard.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and you'll connect with the many residents who've worked there or spouses have, so that's something. And again, another day, another conversation, but boy, I'm so intrigued with you having that core knowledge about how to work prevention injuries and that, because, how do we continue to help our team here, 300 and well, 230 plus people. Nope, 330, excuse me. Just amazing group, and how do we help keep them safe? So
Yeah.
you may have some ideas or some programs or something that may help us, because you know, being fit, strong, ready to serve, able to serve our residents is important. But gravity does incredible things to the body, bringing us down, sliding down, whatever. And I think about how many times a day residents are trying themselves to better support their lift, or us helping, and it's just, wow, every day. Can't imagine how many times people are helping one another.
Yeah.
So interesting. So from a standpoint of your role here, what most excites you? Because very different from working with applicants, candidates for the shipyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of men, a lot of people of different ages, and now you're coming here and working with our
Yeah.
residents.
And that's what I'm really excited for. You know, I did enjoy my last job, but I'm excited. I didn't really get that community as much. I kind of saw someone one time a day, and then I didn't see them again. So, and previously working here in the past, I really just missed that community aspect of it. And, you know, doing exercise classes, working in the fitness gym, and making programs, all of those things are something that really excites me, and I'm looking forward to be able to tie it all in together and have different things to put my ideas towards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and yeah, the ideas are important. You've probably heard us, and we'll continue to repeat it. What creativity can you bring? And you have an interesting balance between, yeah, here's certain things through NIST programs. Obviously, you got our residents and the favorites and certain routines they like, but then what new can be introduced?
Yeah.
And yeah, just encourage and support you. So that should be fun. What's your impression of the spaces we have? Got a fitness gym, got an aerobics room, got a lot of other possibilities. What's your impression?
They're amazing. They're all well kept, and there's just kind of feels like you're spoiled a little bit because there's a lot to do, the pool, the fitness gym, the studio, and all of that. So it's going to be really nice to kind of get used to that more.
Yeah, something that you all would determine whether it's feasible or not. But I've shared with Candace and now with Amy that I had memories of a community I served in Hawaii where we had a space that we could open it up all the way around. It sat near the pool deck, and they would go in and do morning yoga and exercises.
yeah.
Well, we got a new pavilion that could be a short little walk, right time of day, obviously the right seasonality with humidity and temperatures, but if it's possible, could be interesting to
Yeah.
see something go on out there. So just one additional space, and I just, you know, we are blessed with that. You know, even like the Horizon Room, what group exercises could happen there for AL. But, or sometimes it's just them coming to aerobics or other rooms. So we're definitely blessed with space. With your, I guess, early days, how does it feel different from when you were here as a student and a server to now in this capacity?
Yeah, it's a lot different because I feel like in the dining room you're kind of, I don't want to say little bubble, but it's, you don't see as much of the building as I am now, and the people, and just I'm meeting so many more people and so many more you know, titles of people that I didn't get the chance to do before, so it's been nice.
Yeah, well, and I've always been impressed with our team doing some wonderful programming for different neighborhoods, different levels of care. And you know, everyone benefits, we all need it. And so I just, I think that further expands your vision of what you're seeing here in our residents, so.
And I think that's the cool thing, there's the outreach with it. You know, I can go into different departments and do different things with different departments.
Yeah. Well, and you know, now you're connecting to the Life Enrichment team, and yeah, that's a group of just a lot of talents, people doing different things, and crosses over multiple departments. That takes you again a little bit bigger out of that bubble.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll enjoy that, and so it's a unique team. And so from a standpoint of the residents love to learn a little bit more about you personally. Obviously, Grandma will want to be watching this, so she'll be proud,
Yeah,
and that
she'll
would
be
be
tuning
very
in.
fine. But what's some of your hobbies? What are things you like to do?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about the pavilion because I've been getting into pickleball more. In high school, I was a gymnast for 8 years, and then I did volleyball, basketball, tennis, and I still try to play tennis now. That's something I like to do because that's something you can do all throughout life, you know?
Yeah.
Not so much, I mean, basketball you can, but it's a little bit more, and then same with volleyball. I also like to ski. I was in the ski club at JMU. That was really nice, but of course being in this area, it's a lot farther to get to a mountain. So I enjoy that as well. I like to do puzzles, reading, coloring, hang out at the beach. I love the water. That's why I'm back in this area. I love to hang out at the beach or go on the boat, and just overall being outside as well.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, those are a vast number of hobbies, and I don't think we're surprised by you having a lot of athletic and energizing ones, and that's cool. I'm intrigued to see with the pickleball, and I think there's a level of planning and education I think we need to do to help people stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
Stretch, etc. I get out there, and the next thing I'll do is I'll run around and pull something.
Yeah.
And it just so I think that stretching, preparing, number one. Two, just work, play within your means. And I think pickleball definitely does that. I remember taking college tennis and played tennis for a number of years, just recreationally, nothing more. But did fine. But it's probably helped me now. But also, sort of like Mary Pressick, if you ever get an opportunity and she wants to play you in table tennis, say yes. But
Okay.
just you're going to get humbled. Okay, she'll beat you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think about a little bit of my tennis, and then even the ping pong, I think has helped me with my movement around the pickleball court. Because with table tennis you don't have the same foot movement that you're obviously doing across the tennis court, but you still have a lot of the same arm movements. And I found that with pickleball. So
Yeah.
hope people enjoy it, and I'd love to see a group of team members go out to have fun, camaraderie, and that it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. So and people ask me, so how many hours a day will the pickleball court be set up, and when will it be changed for something else? And let's see, let's figure this out. I think it's fair to say we're not going to have late night pickleball and very early morning because we're respectful of the residents' home, but there's plenty of time of things to happen, so it'll be good. Very nice.
I think we've also talked about doing backyard games and things like that out there as well. So that'll be an option too.
Well, absolutely, and there's still, we're putting the seed out there to residents who would like to help us fund a new putting green. Would we like to go ahead and fund a separate bocce ball area and actually put up courts? Croquet can be part of our vision. We do hope to create like an event lawn adjacent to one side of it, a little more of the flatter side. An event lawn would be like an AstroTurf area, which could easily accept wickets for croquet. You could play bocce on it. We just have to decide how to court it. But the author idea was it could also accommodate chairs for an evening concert. So all these things are possible, and I'm just anxious to see what creativity our team comes up with. So I have to see. Isaiah, our executive producer, is here. Have to find out if he's been thinking about any outdoor concerts, any summer series. Who knows? Possibilities. Yeah. So a lot of potential, and again, just the creativity and go after it is all we can do, and then also let the residents do what they can, because they can be motivated, and like Mr. and Mrs. Fowler, just being the sort of the force behind introducing pickleball. It's great to see their initiative.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, hearing about your interests, you're going to be a busy person. Keeping up with Grandma, I'm sure she'll love those visits, and she can be spoiled. It's a special time, and I'm sure she'll appreciate it before work, after work, during the day when she gets to see you. It's just a joy, and that's good.
Yeah, sometimes I'd be in the studio and then I just look over and I'm like, that's my grandma over there. Gotta go say hi.
Yeah.
So
And-
little
and
things like that.
And cherish that. Cherish that. I had a moment of my life when my mother lived in the community where I served, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I was always conscientious. I wanted to make like any special privileges or whatever, but it was special to say, "Hey, Mama, how you doing today?"
Yeah.
And she understood I was going to be in and out and busy, but it was still cool.
Yeah.
So enjoy those moments because that's special. Yeah. Well, Athena, great having you rejoin
Thank
us.
you.
As soon as I heard your name, I'm like, that's cool. It's pretty exciting to see someone come back. And I know our residents just will be very grateful that you've had your education your maturity, because in some regards during those early years when you were a server, our residents were part of that. And now you're here as a young woman just with your career blossoming, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Full circle.
it is. Well, again, Athena Gibson, team member, you're going to want to either meet for the first time or re-greet as you met her in the past. But Athena, great having you part of our team. And to all of you, until next time, have a great week.
Thank you.